Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, and others have reacted to a hilarious prank on a popular WWE name. The company is currently on tour in Italy ahead of WWE WrestleMania 41. Kathy Kelly shared a hilarious post today on social media about her visit to the Tower of Pisa. Kelly stated that she traveled a long way to visit the tower, but was pranked by the Judgment Day's Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. She wanted the photo to make it seem like the tower was falling on her, but that was not the case at all. Jade Cargill, Dakota Kai, Chelsea Green, and Natalya commented on the post. Women's Tag Team Champions Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, Dominic Mysterio, and several more stars liked the post as seen in the image below. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez captured the Women's Tag Team Championships from Naomi and Bianca Belair last month. Morgan will be squaring off against Jade Cargill in a singles match this Friday on WWE SmackDown. WWE superstar Jade Cargill believes that she will eventually be regarded as a legend of the wrestling business. In an exclusive interview with Wrestling last year, Cargill claimed that she was going to become a legend. The 32-year-old added that the fans who criticize her now will claim they supported her all along in the future. You can check out the video below. Cargill was attacked on the November 22, 2024 episode of WWE SmackDown and went on hiatus for a few months before her return at Elimination Chamber 2025. Naomi has been revealed as the star responsible for the attack last year, and Cargill has gone after the former SmackDown Women's Champion for the past few weeks. The hilarious prank that stole the show. The WWE locker room was abuzz with energy, as always. The wrestlers were preparing for their upcoming matches, mentally going over their moves and promos. But amid the usual hustle and bustle, there was a different kind of excitement brewing, a sense of anticipation, mixed with a bit of mischief. It all began with a conversation between two people, Jade Cargill and Chelsea Green. Both had a reputation for their playful personalities, often enjoying a good laugh, especially when it came at the expense of their fellow WWE superstars. But this time, they weren't just sharing laughs, they were hatching a plan. A plan so devious it would go down in WWE history as one of the most hilarious pranks ever pulled. The victim. Lacey Evans, one of the most serious and composed wrestlers in the locker room. Lacey had always been a no-nonsense competitor. Her hard-hitting moves and military background gave her a tough exterior, but deep down she had a funny side. However, her serious attitude made her the perfect target for a prank. Chelsea and Jade knew she wouldn't see it coming, and that's exactly why they decided to go all in. The prank. Operation Swan Lake. The plan was simple. Jade and Chelsea would pull off an elaborate prank, turning Lacey's usual pre-match routine into something completely ridiculous. It all started with an innocent-looking phone call. "Hey, Lacey," Chelsea began. "I just wanted to let you know there's something special planned for tonight's match." Lacey, always the professional, immediately perked up. "What do you mean? Special?" "Don't worry," Chelsea replied with a smirk. "You'll love it. Just be ready for a little surprise." After hanging up, the two women, Jade and Chelsea, went to work. They had a team of backstage hands ready to execute their ridiculous plan. First, they arranged for Lacey's locker room to be filled with an absurd amount of swan decorations, swan balloons, swan plush toys, swan-shaped confetti, and even a fake swan-shaped bathtub, complete with inflatable swan wings, the pièce de résistance, a custom-made swan costume for Lacey to wear when she entered the ring. As Jade and Chelsea put the finishing touches on their prank, they could barely contain their laughter. They were about to see the serious, no-nonsense Lacey Evans try to act as if she was a part of a bizarre swan-themed production. Lacey's reaction: shock and laughter. The moment had arrived. Lacey, unsuspecting and confident as ever, walked into her locker room just before her match. When the door swung open, her eyes widened in utter disbelief. She stood frozen in the doorway, looking at the absurd scene that greeted her. There were swan decorations everywhere. Balloons filled the air, Confetti was scattered all over the floor, and swan music played softly from a hidden speaker. At the center of the room was the pièce de résistance, the inflatable swan bathtub. What is this?" Lacey asked, looking around in confusion. But then, before she could process it fully, she noticed something even more ridiculous. A swan costume, complete with white feathers, a billowing tutu, and even swan wings. Jade and Chelsea, who had been hiding just outside, couldn't contain their laughter any longer. They burst through the door, barely able to speak through their giggles. "It's Swan Lake," Jade announced dramatically. "We thought you could use a little elegance for your entrance tonight." Lacey's face turned a shade of red as she looked back at the costume and then back at the duo, who were now struggling to breathe from laughing so hard. "You've got to be kidding me," Lacey exclaimed, half laughing, half shocked. "Is this really happening?" Chelsea wiped a tear from her eye as she tried to catch her breath. "Come on, Lacey. You have to admit, it's going to be iconic. Swan Lacey Evans. It'll be the best entrance ever." Lacey crossed her arms, still chuckling despite herself. "I can't believe this is happening," she muttered under her breath, but there was no way she could stay mad at her fellow wrestlers. As tough as she had a sense of humor. And deep down she knew that this prank would be remembered as one of the most legendary in WWE history. The crowd's reaction. Unstoppable laughter. As Lacey walked out to the ring later that night, her entrance was an absolute spectacle. The swan costume, while ridiculous, was surprisingly well crafted and fit her perfectly. She walked down the ramp, her face a mixture of amusement and embarrassment, trying her best to maintain her fierce persona. But the WWE Universe? They couldn't stop laughing. The moment Lacey hit the stage, the crowd erupted in applause and cheers. "Swan Lake," they chanted, completely buying into the absurdity of the situation. The theme music for Lacey's usual entrance was now accompanied by soft, classical swan-themed music, adding an extra layer of hilarity. Even the announcers struggled to contain themselves. "Ladies and gentlemen, I never thought I'd see the day when Lacey Evans made her entrance in a swan costume," one of the announcers said, chuckling. "But, well, here we are." As Lacey finally made it to the ring, she stopped and looked directly at the camera. "You think this is funny?" she asked with a mock glare, though the twinkle in her eye betrayed her tough guy persona. "Oh, we think it's hilarious," Chelsea yelled from the stage, giving her a thumbs up. Jade, who had been waiting backstage to witness Lacey's entrance, leaned against the curtain, holding her stomach from laughing too hard. The aftermath. Reliving the moment? Backstage, everyone was talking about the prank. The locker room was buzzing with excitement, and not just because of Lacey's match. The Swan incident was all anyone could talk about. "Did you see Lacey?" said Liv Morgan, still giggling. She was trying so hard not to break character, but I could tell she was dying inside. Bailey added that was one of the best things I'd ever seen in this company. I can't believe they got her to wear the swan wings. Even Charlotte Flair, who had a competitive rivalry with Lacey, couldn't help but laugh. I have to admit that was a solid prank. I think I'm going to start calling her Swan Lacey from now on. Meanwhile, Bianca Belair was practically in tears from laughter. Lacey looked like she was about to kill someone, and then she started doing the swan thing with those wings. That was the funniest thing ever. Back in the locker room, Lacey finally let her guard down. She was laughing along with everyone else, even if she had been mortified at first. "You guys are dead," she said, still trying to catch her breath from laughing. "That was so embarrassing. But I can't lie, it was hilarious. You got me good." Jade and Chelsea, who were both still grinning ear to ear, gave each other high fives. "Mission accomplished," Jade said. "We'll always remember this night." The return of Swan Lacey. In the weeks that followed, Lacey couldn't shake off the nickname Swan Lacey. Fans still joked about it on social media, and even the other wrestlers would occasionally tease her about her now infamous entrance. But rather than being angry, Lacey embraced it. She had earned a reputation for being a serious competitor, But after the prank, she had shown everyone that she didn't take herself too seriously. In fact, she was quite proud of her ability to roll with the punches. "Maybe I'll make this a regular thing," Lacey joked during an interview later. "Who knows? Maybe Swan Lacey is my new gimmick." And from that point forward, the locker room knew that while Lacey Evans was a force to be reckoned with in the ring, she could also take a joke and laugh along with the best of them. As for Jade and Chelsea, they'd already begun brainstorming their next big prank. But for now, they sat back, relishing the success of their hilarious prank on Swan Lacey, the WWE superstar who would never live down the most ridiculous and funniest entrance of all time. The end. This fictional story captures a light-hearted, playful moment in the WWE universe, with Jade Cargill, Chelsea Green, and Lacey Evans showcasing their fun side. The prank is not just a funny moment, but also highlights their camaraderie and ability to have a good time while still being fierce competitors. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.